me Friday night. Jamie, let me, put it real nice. Bug off, pizza breath. Crazy about me. Morning, everyone. Morning. I have got great news. Our class has been selected to represent the 8th grade in the school's annual History Week play competition. Big deal. Well, it sure is. In each grade, a class is going to do a play about an historical event. And then the best play will be presented in front of the entire school in the auditorium. Awesome! I'll be the star. Well, Debbie, that's up to whoever volunteers to be the producer. I volunteer. It's a big job, Jamie. The producer has to write the play, cast it, get all the costumes, build the sets. No problem. I got a great production team to do all that work for me. Who? Reggie. Say what? And Vicky. Say what? Well, just to be fair, does anyone else want to volunteer to be the producer? Okay, then. Congratulations, Jamie.
All right. Yeah. Well, Vicky, your big brother's now a producer.
Wow, big deal, piece of bread.
Hi, hon. I'm home. And how was your day today, lovely lady?
Fine. What's the matter with your voice?
Why, nothing. Why do you ask?
You sound like you swallowed Walter Cronkite.
Well, it was a day like all days, filled with those events that alter and illuminate our times. And I was there.
Ted, why are you talking like a station break?
Joni, I was sitting at my desk today when my phone rang. Okay. I was sitting at my desk today when my phone rang, and this voice invited me to be a guest on a popular talk show. Well, I recognized the voice right away.
Oh, that's exciting. Well, who was it? Johnny? Oprah? Phil?
Ralph.
You're going to be on Ralph?
Ralph Grogan, honey, the host of VIP, the radio show where people who want to know talk to people in the know.
Oh, I didn't know.
Joni, I'm gonna be talking about the exciting world of cybernetics. How about that?
Honey, that's wonderful.
Well?
Well,
What suit should I wear on the show?
Ted, it's on radio. You can wear your birthday suit.
Oh, yeah. Well, I still want to look nice. Why don't you help me pick something out, okay?
Okay.
Hi.
Hello, children, and welcome to the kitchen.
Jamie, we better come up with a great idea for the play. The 8th grade never won this competition.
Yeah. Vicky, you know everything about history. What's a famous event we can write a play about? How about Betsy Ross sewing the first American flag?
Nah, we need something with pizzazz. Okay, then make it Diana Ross.
How about the first Thanksgiving?
There's got to be something more exciting than a bunch of guys sitting around in funny hats stuffing a dead turkey.
How about stuffing a live turkey?
And then at the age of 14, Ralph, my grandfather bought me an erector set, and the rest is history.
Ted, I don't think they're going to want to hear your whole life story on your radio interview.
Oh, yeah, hon, maybe you're right. But I am a little nervous about tomorrow. I don't want to sound like a dummy. Look, why don't you help me practice?
Well, sure, how?
Well, why don't we pretend this is the radio station, and you can pretend to be Ralph Grogan, and I'll pretend to be Ted Lawson. But you know what I mean. It's,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Welcome to the show. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you, Ralph.
Why don't you tell us a little about the work that you do at United Robotronics?
Well, Ralph, I was...
Sorry about that.
All right.
Well, I'm sure that you've heard the phrase, Mr. Lawson, behind every great man is a great woman.
Yes?
Would you tell us a little something about the great woman in your life?
Well, to be honest, Ralph, I'm a self-made man. I did it all myself.
Really?
Yes.
Well, may I make a suggestion, Mr. Lawson?
Of course.
Remember when we talked about having another child? Mm-hmm. Do that yourself.
doing?
Just hanging around.
Aren't you working on your play? We've been doing that too.
Well, it better be spectacular. Because I heard the 9th grade's doing the Boston Tea Party. With real tea.
Our idea's got that beat by a mile.
Well, you're still going to finish second in the competition, guys. Because we 7th graders are going to win with our play.
Yeah? What are you gonna do?
Napoleon's defeat at Waterloo. With real water.
Not bad, Harriet, but hardly a winner.
What makes you think so? He's a producer. He doesn't have to think.
Harriet, I can't tell you what it is, but our idea is so super, so colossal, so stupendous. If you know what it was, you'd faint dead away.
I'd be happy to. If you'd revive me with that mouth-to-mouth method. Bye!
So, Jamie, what's this colossal, stupendous thing you're talking about? Or are you just describing your mouth? Couldn't let on to Harriet that we didn't have an idea. She'd think we're stupid.
She'd be right.
Jamie, we better come up with something fast, or the class is going to kill us. Yeah, and it's got to make the Battle of Waterloo look like a picnic. We need more than a battle. We need a whole war. That's it. We'll do World War II. World War II?
It was in all the papers.
Small Wonder will return after these messages.
The pet store.
Excuse me, we're looking for Ralph Grogan.
Well, you found him. That's me.
Hi, Ralph. I'm Ted Lawson, your guest star today. And this is my wife and family.
Hello, Ralph.
We go on the air in a few minutes. I have to get some commercial copy, so why don't you make yourselves comfortable?
Thanks.
If you'd like, I can turn on the show they're doing in there. It's that soap opera, All My Husbands.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. Thanks.
Thanks.
Oh, Phyllis, I love you. I can't live without you. Please get back in the car.
Oh, Lloyd, my darling, when you put it that way, how can I refuse?
That Lloyd sounds so sexy.
You talk about sexy. I bet that Phyllis could melt the chrome off a trailer hitch.
Oh, Phyllis, let's give it one more chance. My lips hunger for you. Kiss me.
Lloyd, that talk!
We'll be right back after these words from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm all yours. We can wait in the studio if you'd like to watch the end of the episode.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Can't wait to see that Lloyd.
And Phyllis.
Just be real quiet, please.
Everybody stand by, please.
And now we return you to All My Husbands. Lloyd and Phyllis were just pulling away from the curb in his car when we suddenly heard...
Okay, stand back, folks. Here comes the ambulance. Make room, everybody. We're the paramedics. This isn't going to be pretty. Are you all right, lady?
Yes, I think so, but I'm not sure about Lloyd. Sweetheart, speak to me. It's Phyllis.
That's Phyllis?
Speak to me, Lloyd.
Phyllis, I love you.
That's Lloyd?
Tune in All My Husbands tomorrow when we'll hear Phyllis say...
What was that? Paramedic? Lloyd is dead? Dinner? I'd love to.
All right, we're clear, everybody. Thank you.
Well, how'd you like it, folks?
Oh, yes. Well, personally, I'm a little disillusioned. It's kind of like finding out that Arnold Schwarzenegger is really Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, well, that's the beauty of radio. Leaves everything to the imagination. Okay, Mr. Lawson, over here, please.
Okay.
Stand back, everyone. This isn't going to be pretty.
So, what do I have to do, Ralph?
Oh, no need to be nervous, Ted. Just take a moment to relax.
Okay.
Yeah, we won't be on the air until that red light goes on.
Oh, good.
Good evening, folks. I'm Ralph Grogan, and this is VIP. My guest tonight is Ted Lawson, an authority on cybernetics and robotics. Welcome, Ted. How are you? Well, Ted, I've heard that by the year 2000, there will be robots in practically every home. Is that true? Let me put it this way, Ted. There'll be a lot of robots by the year 2000, right? Well, let's go to the phones. Our number is 555-2999. Here come those calls. I'm sure you folks out there have lots of questions for our guests, so let's have those calls. We'll give a free dinner to our first caller. Oh, it's been nice talking to you, Ted. We'll be back in a moment with writer Craig Anderson, author of the best-selling book, How to Overcome Your Fear of Public Speaking. Great interview, Ted.
An interesting and provocative question, And I'd like to say that by the year 2000, there will be a robot in every home.
Swell.
Almost finished typing our play, Vicky?
Almost.
Well, could you speed it up?
Speed it up. It's finished.
Wow. That's the first time I ever saw a typewriter burn rubber. Doing World War II was a terrific idea you had, Jamie. Hey, when you got it, you got it. I'll get it.
What are you supposed to be? Our class is doing the Battle of Waterloo. I'm playing Napoleon Bonaparte. Give me liberty or give me death. Napoleon didn't say that. Patrick Henry did. My father got all the costumes. I can say what I want.
Well, could have saved your dad a lot of trouble, because we're going to win that play competition. We're doing World War II.
With the original cast.
It'll be the most spectacular play ever put on in school history.
100 Japanese dive bombers attacking Pearl Harbor.
And 50,000 American troops storming the beach at Normandy.
How are you going to do all that in your classroom? You got to be out of your mind. Harriet, it's people like you who are killing the theater.
I hate to admit it, but Harriet's right. Our imagination was bigger than our brains.
Imagination, the man said, that's the beauty of radio. It leaves everything to the imagination.
That's it. Radio. That's how we can do World War II in class with 1,000 Japanese dive bombers if we want. Vicky, you're a genius.
Hey, when you got it, you got it.
Now, as you know, class, the 7th and 9th grades have already presented their plays to our two judges, Mr. Frischman and Mrs. Wolf. You stand? 1930s and 40s, most Americans learned about the war over the radio. And with this in mind, the 8th grade is proud to present their play in the competition, a unique radio dramatization of World War II.
In 1939, World War II began when the dreaded German army marched into Poland. Back home in the USA, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt addressed an anxious nation.
My fellow Americans, America will not enter the war.
But 2 years later, on December 7th, 1941, the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. And back in Washington, D.C., President Roosevelt once again addressed an anxious nation.
My fellow Americans, I changed my mind. We will enter the war.
And to the sound of drums, American soldiers marched off to war. As American forces fought their way across the Pacific, the Japanese tried to undermine morale with the propaganda broadcasts of Tokyo Rose.
Right, hurrah, America, G.I. Right, give it up. Get lost. So sorry. Go home, open Toyota dealership.
Back in Europe, the battle raged on. We take you now to the European front, where the Allies are engaged in hand-to-hand combat with the enemy.
Ooh, ow, ooh, ow. A guy could get killed out here.
Meanwhile, back home in the USA, people were reacting to news from the battle zone.
Ew, like, war is gross.
And now the war was nearing an end. In North Africa, German troops were defeated by divisions of American tanks. I said German troops were defeated by divisions of American tanks. Tanks, Vicky, tanks.
You're welcome, Jamie, you're welcome.
Take my word for it. The American tanks won. And in 1945, the Allies marched into Berlin with flags flying and a band playing a victory march. Apparently, the band was led by Corporal Lawrence Welk. And so the GIs came back to the States by sea. And by air. Where they greeted their loved ones who they hadn't seen in years.
Hey, Lucy, I'm home.
And the girls they had left behind greeted them with hugs and kisses. Ooh, ah.
Like, now the world is safe for democracy, honey. You can, like, buy me a truck house in the suburbs, and we can, like, start a
I guess that's how they got the term baby boom. That's the way it was. From World War II, this is Jamie Lawson saying good night and good luck.
Thank you, kids. That was a very interesting interpretation of World War II. But we won it anyway. Judges?
Mrs. Lawson, that was a very clever idea. Both entertaining and imaginative. It's our opinion that the winner of this year's play competition is your 8th grade.
Well, Debbie, now that I've made you a star, how'd you like to go out with me tonight?
like, I'd rather shop at Kmart.
What was that for?
You bombed.
She's a